Ever wonder what happens when a well-known Hollywood figure, like Whoopi Goldberg, decides to build a house? You might want to settle in for this one because we're going to expose something shocking about Whoopi's house. You wouldn't expect it from someone who has spent their entire life in the spotlight. We'll take you on a journey you'll want to stay for the very end. From the glitzy red carpet to her unexpected, let's say, unusual home selections. You won't believe what you see, I assure you. In addition to her well-known parts in movies like Sister Act, The Color Purple, and Ghost, Whoopi Goldberg is renowned for her success and talent. Additionally, she frequently appears on The View, where her wit and sense of humor enthrall millions of viewers. Her residence, however, is not what you may anticipate given her wealth and notoriety. Given that it is neither a stunning mansion or expansive property, Whoopi's home is very different from the typical celebrity standard. A celebrity's home is likely to contain opulent furnishings, a sleek design, and an air of grandeur. However, that is not at all like Whoopi's home. Indeed, many of her fans are baffled by her residence. Though not in a spooky Halloween sense, it's straight out of a nightmare. Rather, it has a more surprising, eccentric feel that may make you wonder about her interior design decisions. Why is Whoopi's home so different from the glitz and glamour we typically associate with Hollywood? And what exactly makes it so special? First, let's talk about the website. Whoopi doesn't live in a multi-million-dollar apartment in New York or a huge home in Beverly Hills like many of her well-known friends do. She has selected a setting that is understated and doesn't shout celebrity. Whoopi's humble beginnings and the public image she has created are very different. She is the first to admit that she doesn't feel the need to live in luxury and would rather be by herself. In actuality, she would rather build a house away from the glamorous world of celebrity, where she can truly relax, rejuvenate, and be herself. However, what about the house itself? You should reconsider if you believe that Whoopi's fame has enabled her to work with top decorators and interior designers to build a picture-perfect home. Her house doesn't feel as clean and organized as you may think. Rather, it's an assortment of personal belongings and varied tastes that don't precisely fit the mold of the traditional Hollywood house. One could even describe it as chaotic. Whoopi is obviously not one to follow the pack when it comes to decorating, as evidenced by her vibrant artwork and eclectic furniture. Let's now discuss the hues and textures that distinguish her house. Whoopi's home is characterized by vibrant, clashing colors and patterns that give the sense that it was inspired by a wild dream, in contrast to the muted shades and neutral tones that are so characteristic of celebrities. The space is strangely filled with vivid blues, vibrant reds, and a variety of textures, but it somehow suits her. With a unique twist, it's similar like entering an artist's workshop. The furniture is more than just decorative, it tells a tale about Whoopi's life and interests, and the walls are covered in vibrant artwork. Additionally, don't assume that the colors are the only oddity. Whoopi's house is filled with odd, often just plain odd, items that she loves. Her living area feels less like a focal point, and more like a collection of memories and events, because of quirky sculptures and strange objects you may discover at a flea market. There is no focus on keeping a polished public persona or aiming for perfection. Instead, the environment is laid back and informal. The fact that Whoopi's home perfectly captures her grounded personality is even more amazing. She has stated time and time again that she is content without ostentatious possessions, despite her enormous Hollywood fame. She prefers simple comforts to lavish opulence. There are no marble fireplaces or gold-plated faucets in her house. Rather, the emphasis is on designing a comfortable space that embodies her individuality and her need for safety. Whoopi obviously prefers simplicity and genuineness to showing off her wealth to others, not to mention the absence of glitz in her kitchen. Whoopi isn't the most inventive chef, despite what many celebs brag about. The room is straightforward, practical, and devoid of the upscale appliances one might anticipate. It serves as a reminder that, despite her fame, Whoopi is just like everyone else in her day-to-day existence and values conventionality over extravagance. What, therefore, makes this a nightmare for some individuals? To begin with, Whoopi's house isn't like other homes in Hollywood. It lacks the sparkle and glamour that we typically associate with celebrities from the A-list. To be honest, some fans find it difficult to accept. It serves as a sobering reminder that rather than living up to conventional norms, even the wealthiest people are free to lead true, distinctive lives. Whoopi's way of life is refreshing, even though it is described as nightmare. Her home is an egregious reflection of who she is. It's not about keeping up a flawless appearance or impressing others. The key objective is to make her feel comfortable, unique, and free to be herself. Her home reflects her genuineness, eccentricity, and full unafraidness of being out of the usual. It's time for you to visit Whoopi's residence after hearing about it. You won't believe what you're going to see, I promise. Whoopi Goldberg has a room that is all her own, despite what some may think, as seen by the unconventional decor and the special details that really make her house unique. Watch the entire video to get a behind-the-scenes look at Whoopi Goldberg's house. You'll be astounded by how she has unexpectedly made this place uniquely hers. The amazing homes that sometimes portray a story of individuality and self-expression show that success doesn't always mean following the pack.